couch. Get me guitar lessons. Hey there, LickNRiffers, and welcome back to yet another awesome guitar video here on LickNRiff, in which we're going to continue to explore the sheer awesomeness of the baritone guitar. And in this video, I would like us to get a little more into the drop D sound as it sounds on a baritone guitar, because the drop D tuning allows us to explore a different setting, a different mindset than the standard tuning. And as I showed you in the previous video, the normal chords don't really apply as open chords here on the baritone guitar. You need to pick and choose your notes. So the drop D tuning actually makes it a little bit easier, especially for exploration. So if you just put a D sus2 chord on, okay, a D chord with the open first string, immediately you get a nice chord. Now, why is that? Why does this chord work so well? It's simple. It's because you have mainly fourths and fifths. Okay, the intervals, they're very, very even, okay, wavelength-wise. So, okay, so you get fourths and fifths, which are very pure in sound and very symmetrical, so they don't get in each other's way. But if you pick and choose your notes, okay, it sounds even better. So this is now a drop A tuning. This is a low A note. Now, when this guitar is plugged in, you can hear the bass actually a lot better, but for our purposes, this is enough. We don't even need to plug it in. Okay? Okay, now you can use the 3-0 pentatonic setting on the bass strings, but I would like to avoid this for now because I would like to show you how easy it is to create hypnotic chords and sounds on the baritone guitar. You just move this shape around, the 2 and 3 on strings 3 and 2. You just move it around. Okay, you take it 3 frets up, 2 frets up, 2 more, 3 more. Okay, in a pentatonic frame of mind. And if you have the pentatonic sound here, as long as you have open strings surrounding it, you're going to do fine. Okay, so you see I sprinkled in the 0-3 on the bass, even as a pull-off. Okay, or okay, just as a transition, because you need to really be careful with your bass notes when you play a baritone guitar. You don't want you don't want that muddy sound. So you want to sprinkle it in. And then an octave up, and an octave up. So you don't even, the baritone guitar is so awesome that you don't need to work hard. It's actually it goes against our instincts as fingerstyle players and guitar players, because you need to be very delicate when you play a baritone guitar. Even if you want to get those weird chords, you need to be careful. You know that I like weird chords. So the surest formula, the fastest formula to get weird chords is just to get a half tone below or above a chord that sounds well. So if we have this on 7 and 8, then 8 and 9 would sound weird. Or 6 and 7. Okay? But this would give us D major 7, so let's go to 8 and 9. baritone guitar gives us different options. Yeah, you can take this augmented chord shape and move it around as well if you like it. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back to normal chords in a second. I just wanted to give you a taste of what weird chords sound like here. So the augmented shape is let's take it on the as a basic chord. It's gonna be 3-3-2 on strings 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so okay, you can mix it up with the moving fourth. When you mix two different shapes and move them around, you get a little bit of fingerstyle magic without working too hard. So, okay, now granted, using your fingertips on a baritone guitar doesn't produce the best sound, especially not on the bass notes. You need to use fingernails. Okay, so that produces a little bit of a better result. Okay, so just experiment. What I did now was basically going between a major 7 shape and a 7th shape. Didn't work, okay, but I'm experimenting. Because again, this creates a muddy sound. You need to be careful. Again, you need to go for very basic approaches, very wide intervals. So, for example, this would work. The kind of bass in third sounds can work really well. Okay? But kind of sounds like a normal guitar to me. It doesn't give you the benefit of a baritone. You want to work those bass notes, so you can do something like this, but it sounds too thin in my opinion. You need harmony. So again, I would just keep it simple. You can use the harmonics. Okay, because on drop D tuning, you get a nice G over D sound. You see, what I'm doing is I'm playing both D strings. Okay, something is a little bit out of tune here. Let's check. Yeah, just a little bit out of tune. Okay, so you can also get those harmonics on 4 and 9, which are the same. You can play around with them if you want. Okay, all I'm doing is adding 1 or 2 notes on the first string. Just a major scale. I'm playing 12, 10, 9, and 7. And I'm just picking the harmonics on 7, 5, and 12. Okay, as a block. Okay, together. And playing the bass notes. You can mix ideas and see if those work. You see, you just need to get in the moment. All I did was 5. And I dirtied up the sound. I played it with the tip of my fingernail and vibrated it unsymmetrically. Okay, so it sounded wild. Okay, you can also fingerpick, arpeggiate, okay, your harmonics. You can also add artificial harmonics if you like. Okay, if you want. Okay, I have lessons for that. Search the channel. Okay, you can do waterfall harmonics. You see, I took the original shape and moved it around on the same notes that I played. 12, 10, and I played it as a harmony. Now I want you to notice something. Nothing I'm doing here is complicated. It's just groove. It's just rhythm. I'm playing harmonics. I'm playing that moving shape that I showed you at the beginning. Okay, just a moving fourth. I'm playing just a very simple part of a major scale. Okay, and that's it. And I'm playing open strings, just a G over D chord. Okay, just open strings. That's all I'm doing. I wasn't using any of those weird chords that I showed you, the augmented chord, nothing. It's just open strings, harmonics, and one moving shape. Okay? If you think that what I'm doing here is complicated, you can take your guitar and try it yourself. Okay, maybe you don't have a baritone guitar, so it would sound different, but you can try it on a normal guitar as well and see how that goes. So that's the drop D tuning. Now, it wouldn't sound the same on a standard tuning, okay, on a baritone guitar. It wouldn't sound the same. It's this low A note, the drop D tuning note, that allows us to make sense of those harmonics. Because if this note, okay, was B, then it wouldn't be as prominent and as harmonic as this. Okay, so again, you have to be very careful. You have to choose your sound. Okay. You can add that octave note here on top of it if you want. You can do a D5 shape. Okay, 5, 3, 2, and move that around. Hey, let's try this, and then we'll finish the lesson. Let's see what I get. No, I'm still, my mind's ear still wants to continue exploring the previous idea. I can't switch into a new idea yet. I'm going to continue exploring this old one. So if you want to stay and listen, be my guest. If not, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. So now I'm going to continue to explore a little bit and play for your pleasure.